Okay, I know, that title is already a little bit contradictory to my last Payday 3 video, but you gotta let me explain really quick. I bet a few of you already know where I'm going with this with the title alone, whatever it may be, worst launch of 2023, amazing game but awful launch, whatever the title is, yes. I think that Payday 3 could honestly have been the worst game launch of 2023. Though if you saw my last video, then you would know that I think Payday 3 is also an absolutely perfect game. How can that be, you may ask? Well, that is exactly what I'm going to be getting into with this video, but this is one of those side vids, so if you want to hear why I think Payday 3 had the worst launch of 2023, along with being an absolutely amazing game, then sit back and let me get right into it. So let me take a quick step back and recap a couple of things. As I said before, in my last video I stated that I felt as though Payday 3 was perfect, and I still hold that thought today, although I might not think everything was perfect per se. Now in that vid, I only focused on gameplay and performance, which I thought were both very well done, having great graphics and gunplay, along with the buttery smooth frames. There was just one huge, glaring issue that I and almost every single other player had to deal with. This issue actually made the game practically unplayable for the first 3 days. Now this was not a bug that affected certain graphics, certain gameplay, it wasn't a bug that got players stuck in walls or made money disappear from the back of trucks. Honestly, it wasn't a bug at all, but all-out server mayhem. Okay, some of you might already know the terrible fate that Payday 3 endured, making it one of, if not the worst game launch of 2023. But going back, after playing at release, I got about 5 to 10 matches, and was able to get the gist that I loved the game, and I got a video out. I took a break while working on the video, of course, returning to the game later the night of the release to play some more, as I absolutely loved my time before, only to find joining a match to be impossible. I tried again and again before finally reverting to the Payday 3 Twitter to see if it was just me or if they were aware of this issue. Lo and behold, they actually posted explaining that the game was having matchmaking issues on every single platform, but their team was working hard at an immediate fix. I don't think they were expecting all hell to be let loose on their servers though. Every few hours or so, I would hop on the game and see if things were fixed. I would occasionally get one game, but afterwards, I would not be able to play anymore. And in the long run, I just did not have any luck at getting games. I also returned to the Twitter here and there to find an update every 2 or 3 hours, either saying that they had stabilized the servers, followed by a tweet explaining that things had gone even further into chaos. And really, that is how the full first day went. Then the second, and third, and on the fourth day, I was still having issues, and the Twitter team, along with thousands of other players, were still not having the best Payday 3 experience. Though, near the end of the fourth day, things actually started to smooth out, and by the fifth day, most players got to experience the blast that is Payday 3's actual gameplay. So yeah, for the first 4 days of its release, the game was practically unplayable. Even though when you actually got into a match, it was an awfully great time. But as far as the fans were concerned, no one really knew why they couldn't get into a match. Most made speculations in the comments of the many Twitter updates. Lots of people thought too many players causing server overload. Some people's speculations were crossplay issues, and the majority of people were honestly just pleading for the addition of an offline mode, which I fully understand. The only thing though that quote-unquote Payday Twitter man would tell us about the issue though was the fact that they were having matchmaking issues, which was pretty obvious to the players already. But whenever anyone tried to get into a match for those first few days, they would either be hit with a matchmaking error screen, or they wouldn't even be able to log into Nebula. Now, if I were able to give my opinion on what actually went wrong, I would say it was a little bit of everything. I think that the crossplay servers were shared between platforms, causing said servers to in fact overload. Then without any way to play the game offline, everyone just kept trying to get on, and in the end the game was practically unplayable for practically everyone. There were those few people though who did get golden servers dedicated to them, as a good amount of people apparently commented about not having any issues at all. But you can probably tell already, I was pretty upset about not being able to play for the first while, as I was super excited for the game's release. Along with that, I thought the gameplay when getting to play was fantastic. That being said though, I cannot think of the last game to come out that just physically did not work. At the same time, they have stabilized things at the current moment, so hop on now if you have a copy. Along with this, Payday Twitter has been throwing out that they're working on not only new weapons, cosmetics, and heists, but the developers have also mentioned the possibility of an offline mode in the future, as they understand the amount of fans who actually want it, which all of those things would add to an already awesome game that just had an extremely tragic launch. And really, this is supposed to be one of those side videos, and honestly, this is a bit longer than I usually like them, as they usually are. So let me know any of your thoughts on this video, along with any thoughts you had on Payday 3's tragic launch. And if you enjoyed this vid, be sure to hit it with a like, and be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on everything to come. And if you want to support the channel at all, check out a membership to either my YouTube or my Patreon, links on screen in the description and in my channel links now. But as always, do not feel pressured. Lastly, don't forget to check out BillyTheWhip.com or just Billy the Whip on any music platform for some awesome new music to bob your head to. And now that we are here, thank you so much for sitting through this shorter vid. Watch out for the longer vid on Friday. Thank you all so much, and I hope you all have a great day.
I'm balling.